Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at BTC on the macro view and what type of price action we're going to be looking for going forward over the next like a few weeks, few months, and so on, right? So now we basically going to focus on our RSI on a 3 weeks basis, monthly, quarterly, 50-day cycle, and all of that good stuff. Because the 50-day cycle is going to be quite interesting, because we're going to close the 50-day cycle on the 30th, right? We're going to open a new candle on the 31st. Guys, remember, 31st, right? It is going to be the end of the month, okay? So we're going to take a look at all of that good stuff, right? But let's dive into the analysis, starting with the 3 weeks time frame, right? So when we take a look at the 3 weeks, time frame, what we're looking at right now, it is a strong support right here, just about 30K. Why 30K is so important is like it is exactly at our weekly 3 weeks 21 EMA, as we discussed previously, right? Before even the drop, we said whenever we dip from a potential let's say reversal pattern, we most of the time get a first dump down to our 21 EMA, as we did right here. First support right here got the 40% pump. Right now we're doing the same exact thing, okay? If we go back in 2014, the first dump we got right here, actually second dump, the first dump did not retest it, but second dump, you can see like you're never going to be wrong buying the dip at the 3 weeks 21 EMA. Okay, you're never going to be wrong. Okay, most likely bulls understood what was going on, and they basically said, hey, we're going to buy the dip at 30K, 31, 32, and we're basically going to be looking for a massive reversal. And you can see like after we basically got the support just about 30K, we did get a nice bounce back up to 40K. That's a 30%, 40%, I mean 35% pump, right? Nearly 40% if you basically sold at 42. So a good move, from 30K up to 42K in like less than 2 weeks and all that good stuff, right? Now let's take a look at it in terms of RSI. Our RSI, it is still dipping lower, but kind of scary a little bit. If you take a look at it in terms of RSI, the blue line right here we got right there, right? Whenever we breach the blue line, we tend to be in a temporary bear market right here. As you can see right there, back in 2018, after we basically got a rejection from 20K, the RSI basically dipped all the way down below the blue line. Okay, the blue line tends to be a support level on the macro scale. We're going to take a look at it on the monthly and all that good stuff, but on the lower degree, we do not want to be trading in this range. Okay, we know from a bull market top, trading in this range, it tends to give a low volatility, even though you can see like some big pumps and all that good stuff as we got right here, right? We basically tend to get some low volatility, sideways correction and all that good stuff. That's the same thing we got right here also after the 14K peak, right? We basically dip all the way down to the 21 EMA, moved sideways, and basically capitulated down to the 100 EMA on a 3 weeks basis. If that's the case, okay, bulls could be losing confidence, right? If we do not basically get the reversal as soon as possible, right? Bulls could be losing confidence, and we're going to be in this range for the next like a few weeks and so on, right? So talking about the monthly time frame, right? Now let's move on to the monthly. The monthly is quite interesting. As we said right here, we got similar structure. If we go back in 2013, 2014 range, you can see like on a monthly basis, one of the reasons why I'm saying like the blue line right here, okay, it is going to be what our bull market support, okay? Bull market support all the way down here. We do not want to stay below it. The monthly candle going to close in like what, 5 days, 6 days. Can we push back up above it? Absolutely. So in terms of price action, right, we're not yet at the 21 EMA on a monthly basis, and we got 6 days to go. Okay, if we can push back up, let's say it doesn't matter in terms of price, because you cannot just say how high the RSI going to go back up, right? Depending on how price, it all depends how price is going to be pushing back up. But if we can get another push back up on the monthly RSI above the blue macro support trend line, we're most likely going to be seeing a reversal. However, okay, in a bearish perspective, if we dip lower down to our white line right here, okay, it is also going to be very accumulative. Okay, it means like we're most likely going to be moving sideways because we never basically get a strong reversal, right? Like bull market reversal from the blue line, from the white line, right? Before, I mean, we never get a strong bullish reversal, right? Like a bull market reversal at the first touch of the white line. As you can see right here, right? We basically retested it, moved sideways. Okay, right here was acting as a resistance. Above it, retested the macro, blue support line right here, got rejected, basically pushed to the upside up to resistance right here. Okay, so right now you can see like right here, we dip down, bounce off of it, dump below it. So now we can expect like any dip down to the white line, just about like 57 monthly RSI, we could get some sideways correction. Okay, so it is very, very critical right now for the bulls to basically save the bull market by basically pushing back up on the monthly RSI. Okay, but they can still do it. We got 6 days to go. You guys know the volatility is crazy. 30k, 40k, 30k, 40k again. So anything can happen, right, over the next like a few days. So keep an eye on the monthly close, right? So now let's move on to the 50-day cycle, right? The 50-day cycle right here, we're not quite, bullish on the 50-day cycle. Okay, we did not want the 50-day cycle to be bearish. Okay, something to keep in mind. Can we save the 50-day cycle? It is going to close on the 31st. Okay, we're going to open a new candle on the 31st, right? It's going to close on the 30th. We're going to open a new candle on the 31st, right? So can we save the 50-day cycle before the monthly close? Absolutely. Okay, we can basically push back up, okay, above like a 60k. It is going to be critical, right? But I think like bulls can do it. It's not guaranteed, but depending on the high volatility, how volatile the market going to be. If we get a high volatility price action, we definitely could be looking for another push back up, but it is not guaranteed once again, and that could basically confirm the bull market continuation. One of the reasons why I'm saying it is like we talked about it previously. We said if we're going to be in a bull market, right, we have to stay green, right? We have to stay green for the next like a few months. We cannot basically close the 50-day cycle bearish. Okay, we cannot close the 50-day cycle bearish. As you can see right here, back in 2014, bang, okay, closed bearish, downtrend. Okay, right here, closed bearish, downtrend. All right, right here, closed bearish, downtrend. So it hasn't been like a good it hasn't really been a good sign closing bearish on the 50-day cycle. So a little bit of we could be suffering in the in the short term, right, if we basically close the 50-day cycle bearish over the next like a few days and so on, right? So now let's dive into the quarterly basis. The quarterly basis, I'm loving it, right? Even though the 50-day cycle is saying, oh man, you're going to be dumping and all that good stuff if you close bearish, but take a look at the quarterly. Okay, the quarterly is basically showing us a different view. Okay, what I'm looking at right now on the quarterly, not on the RSI, but in terms of price action, we said it like it takes like time. Okay, it takes time for the quarterly to digest any bull market. We never basically turn like engulf an entire quarterly bullish candle after a bull market pick. What I mean by that, okay, if you take a look at the quarterly cycle right here back in 2017, the last quarter, it took what, guys? It took nearly 1 year, okay, to just neutralize the last bull market quarter. Do you see what I'm saying? Right here, how long it took, guys? It took, guys, nearly, okay, you got 2014 down to 2015, guys. Okay, it took nearly, guys, over 6 quarters, okay, to basically neutralize the entire last bull market quarter right here. Do you see what I'm saying? So right there. So how long do you think, okay, BTC, right, going to lose, okay, how long it is going to take for BTC to lose the entire bullish trend of the last quarter. Do you see what I'm saying? It could take at least, guys, 2 quarters. It means that we could be in this range for the next what? For the next for the next actually 6 months and so on, right? So something to keep in mind. It could be very painful sideways correction, which is basically what we talk about in terms of like a monthly basis. Okay, what we said right here is like if we basically dip down to a 25, we could be basically moving sideways and all that good stuff, right? Take a look at it right here in terms of the monthly once again, right? You can see monthly candle is right here. It is just about 25. Okay, 25k going to be where we're going to be looking for, just in case bears act very strongly over the next like a few days and so on, and we have to dip down to 25. Okay, so now let's take a look at BTC in terms of Fibonacci, right? So if you take a look at BTC in terms of Fibonacci from our swing low right here to swing high right there, if you do take your Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, right? What we said was like, 30k, right? Which is basically 382. And at the same time, if you take a look at it in terms of 3 weeks time frame, right? It is our 3 weeks 21 EMA right there. If we switch back to the Fibonacci, that's the exact same level where we basically bounce off at. And take a look at it, guys. 50% pullback. It is going to be where? It is going to be at 25k. What do we have at 25k? Take a look at the monthly. Bang. Okay, monthly 25k right there. Monthly 21 EMA. So I don't think like a downtrend in the short term going to be a bad deal. I think like bulls going to be definitely enjoying the next downtrend, okay, because they're going to be accumulating. Okay, they're going to be accumulating if we dip down here. Once again, it is just a directional move. It is not a short-term trade, okay, because sucker basically, we could see a head and shoulder pattern formation right here, just like the one we had right there. We could create another head and shoulder, and basically get the fake out before the dump right here down to basically 25k. So it could take time. That's why I'm calling it a macro view. Now let's take a look at BTC on the 2-day basis, right? So if you take a look at BTC on the 2-day basis right here, on the 2-day basis, one thing we're waiting for to get a bullish confirmation on the macro scale is like we're gonna need, guys, we're gonna need our 2-day MACD to flip bullish, regardless how bullish we are on the lower degree, 34, 33 and all that good stuff, right? As long as we basically negative on our 2-day MACD, okay, we cannot go macro bullish. You see what I'm saying? Like we can stay macro bullish, right? But we cannot say like we're gonna be reversing right away. Okay, so it could take time over the next like a few days and so on to get our 2-day MACD to flip bullish. Our 21 EMA, once again, right here, it is almost at 48k. So just to turn bullish, okay, it is not even going to be enough. We're going to need price action to basically pump above the 21 EMA. That's why I'm saying like over the next like a few days, right, it is going to be critical. Okay, it is going to be critical for the bulls because they got a lot of work to do to basically convince that like most traders, we're going to be pushing back up. Okay, but once again, it is not a bad thing, right, for BTC to drop and retest 30k or even 25k. Okay, if you're looking for the macro view, we've been in this situation before, right? BTC 20k down to 6k, pump back up to 11k, drop down to basically 3k. We've been in that situation before. We did the same thing back in 2014, so we know exactly how to trade it. So we just have to basically accumulate it for the next big leg up to basically 150k. Okay, that's going to be the next macro target. Most traders got higher targets, but we're just going to follow the trend line. It all depends how long it is going to take to retest the trend line right here, right? We don't know. Okay, so let's say we retest the trend line like January 2022. It is going to be just about like a 250. If we're going to retest it right here, let's say, it all depends. Okay, it all depends. If we're going to be pushing to the trend line by June, July, we could be looking for like almost 160. Okay, so it all depends like how long we're going to be moving right here and retesting the macro resistance trend line over the next like a few months and so on. Okay, but overall guys, macro trend, I'm still bullish. Short-term trend slightly bearish, but you know, we'll be buying the dip and not selling any of my alt. I'm going to be keeping my alt. Even if you drop down to a 25k, I'm going to be looking to buy the dip and all that good stuff, right? All right guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the likes, join our public Telegram group, link in the description. If you're looking to join Send Crypto Premium for these macro targets, short-term updates and all that good stuff, join the public group, the premium group and all that good stuff in the description guys. All right guys, thanks a lot for watching.